So who is Lilith and why is everybody talking about her in the astrological community, specifically regarding how she's related to healing and your own personal journey with your wounds, your shadow work, and your own witchiness superpowers? So hi everyone, my name is Lisa. I'm an astrotherapist, which is a licensed therapist who integrates astrology into my work with clients. And Black Moon Lilith is one of my favorite aspects of the chart because she can show you a lot of things or clues around something that you might need to work on. It's hard for you historically, there's wounding here, maybe it's shadow work that you need to look at. And ultimately, if you do this work, I truly do believe she can be your infinite power, an ally for you in this lifetime, and maybe even your gift to the world. So I got a lot of new followers recently, so I actually want to go back to the basics and today retell the Lilith story, the myth, okay? Because I think it's super important when people are asking me, like, what are the traits of Black Moon Lilith? So I'm going to explain the story, okay? And I want to give my little disclaimer here. There's so many different versions of the story around Lilith, so please don't come for me. There's no like one correct way or one perfect story version, okay? But I will just say what's most important is just the archetype, the symbolism of what she represents. So try to listen for that in the story, and even if you've heard different versions, it's the essence of the myth that's the most important. So the myth goes something like this. So essentially, you've all heard of Adam and Eve, right? Origin story. But before there was Adam and Eve, there was actually Adam and Lilith, and they were 100% equals made from the dirt, okay? So these are the first two characters showing up. And now when it comes time for Adam and Lilith to essentially bone down, Adam gets upset because Lilith wants to be on top. She refuses to be submissive. She doesn't want to be passive. She cares about her own pleasure. And her standing up for herself in this way actually becomes a problem. So it turns out this is actually a problem. Adam doesn't like this, God doesn't like this, whoever doesn't like it. Lilith standing up for her own personal pleasure or her own autonomy, wanting to be an equal, being on top, which is such a metaphor. And essentially she, in different versions, she gets exiled from the Garden of Eden, or she also leaves in a rampage. She's like, screw this, I don't want to be here. Or they kick her out. They're like, you can't stand up for your autonomy. You can't be powerful like that. Okay, so she gets sent away or she leaves by choice. And then later, I don't know, there's stories, it's like they regretted it. They tried to bring her back, but Lilith refuses. She's like, I'm not going back there. I don't want that. I care about my power and my autonomy, okay? So she goes off, continues her little gallivanting wherever she went. So Lilith's off in her own world, right? So then eventually Eve is created. So then this is the story you know better. Adam and Eve, okay? And Eve is created out of the rib of Adam. It's Adam's rib. So she's no longer an equal. She's literally created from Adam, okay? So they're in the Garden of Eden, blah, blah, blah. And then you know the story where then there's this serpent who offers Eve this forbidden fruit, which a lot of myths, and some people disagree, will say that that was actually Lilith returning to the Garden of Eden to try to reach out to Eve, which is just, gosh, do we just love this so much? Anyway, Eve obviously takes the apple, and this is like, and then you know the rest of the story. Everyone gets in trouble. It's a whole disaster, okay? And supposedly it was because of Lilith coming back, giving her this forbidden fruit, okay? Okay, so that's a general myth now. So let's pull, what are the main themes of the story? What is the symbolism that's important? And when we talk about somebody having a strong Black Moon Lilith in their chart or being a Lilithian archetype, what does that actually mean, okay? So yeah, in this story, there's themes around like somebody, a woman, and again, it doesn't have to be a woman. It could be any person or oppressed person with this Lilith story. But it's, in this story, it's like a woman trying to claim her power, her authority, her own personal pleasure, her equality, her autonomy, and that not being okay. And that's often something I find with Lilith people or people who are having Lilith transits. There's something around your power being threatened, people being threatened by your power or being jealous or trying to control you, right? And Lilith is not down, okay? And sometimes that Lilith energy can be coming through in a way that the person who has the Lilith energy has to be aware of. Because I talk about a conscious Lilith versus an unconscious Lilith is a big deal, right? But often there's a theme of some kind of power being stifled, or it's threatening, or they don't want you to be that big. They don't want you to feel in your power. And also I just want to throw in there that Black Moon Lilith is very connected to just like primal raw energy. The feminine, and again, this doesn't have to be, it's a person who identifies as female, but it is that primal feminine, lunar, dark feminine energy that is just so powerful and so threatening to so many people, especially in our patriarchal society. So I'm just going to read a little list from my notes here of just like some things. So to think about when you're looking at your Black Moon Lilith in your chart, both the sign and the house, okay? How are these current words I'm about to share with you, how do they fit in with your Lilith, okay? So it's like themes around reclaiming your autonomy. It can be related to hidden desires you might have, things that are scary to want. Repressed energy all around. It can be things like shame. You've been shamed for things or something you just have shame around in general. It's about reclaiming your self-authority. It's also about, and I don't want to get beeped here or like censored on TikTok, but S energy, okay, in the bedroom, that kind of energy is very Lilith. So you get the sense. It's really, it's that really powerful, raw energy. And it's a journey for each of us with our Lilith to see, do we own this energy? Is it something we're really scared of? Is it something we've been shamed for? Is it something we have wounding around? And then, and what is our relationship to it now, at whatever age you are? Have you been working on this energy over the course of your lifetime? Because I really do believe, and if you watch my videos, if you do the wounding work, if you do the shadow work, this energy can be your utmost superpower. Okay, I think that's it for today. So check out where's your Black Moon Lilith? What is the sign? What is the house? Is it aspecting other planets? I have videos on all these things. I'm gonna keep making more. Take a peek, report back in the comments. And then yeah, keep asking yourself, what is my relationship to this theme in my life? Do I own it? Is it hard for me? Is it scary? Is it my superpower? Am I using it? So report back, let's talk about it. I love Black Moon Lilith and I just want everyone to awaken to her energy and bring her into consciousness.